Jai Shri Ram, everyone, and welcome. Have you ever just wished you could get a clean slate, a total do-over, a way to just wipe away past mistakes and start fresh? Well, the ancient story we're diving into today talks about exactly that. It's the story of Mohini Ekadashi, and believe me, it comes with a pretty incredible promise.
Okay, let's just stop and think about that for a second. That is a huge statement. The scriptures are literally telling us that just by hearing the glories of this day, you can get the same spiritual merit as if you actually did the fast. I mean, how amazing is that? So let's really lean in, give this our full attention, and see what this story is all about.
So this story we're about to get into, it's not just some random tale. It's actually the answer to a question, a really ancient, sacred question that's been passed down through the ages. A question about, well, how do you find peace when there's so much suffering in the world? And it all kicks off right here. We have the great king Maharaj Yudhishthira, and he goes to Lord Krishna. He asks him, "O Janardana, how do we do it? What's the way to destroy our sins and get rid of all this suffering?" He's not just asking for himself, He's looking for a path to freedom for everyone.
But here's where it gets really fascinating. Lord Krishna's reply. He doesn't just give a straight answer. Instead, he says, "Let me tell you an even older story." He's basically peeling back a layer of history to reveal a sacred conversation that happened long, long before. It's like a story within a story.
And bam, this is the heart of it all. It turns out that very same question, it was first asked by Lord Rama himself. He was going through this immense pain of being separated from his beloved Sita, and he's the one who originally sought this knowledge. It's such a powerful reminder, isn't it, that this search for peace, for relief from suffering, it's a universal journey. It connects all of us. So in response to Lord Rama's pain, the great sage Vasistha tells him a story, a powerful parable. It's about this one man, Dhrishtabuddhi, and his absolutely incredible journey from the absolute lowest of lows, buried in sin, all the way to total liberation. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, so let's set the scene. We're in this beautiful city called Bhadravarti. It's ruled by a really good king, Dyutaman. And in this city, there's this respected merchant, Dhanapal, who's super devout. He's got 5 sons. Now, 4 of them are just like him, totally virtuous, on the right path. But the 5th son, well, he was a whole different story.
Yeah, that 5th son's name was Dhrishtabuddhi, and his name literally means one with a corrupted or sinful intelligence. I mean, talk about foreshadowing, right? He was the total black sheep of the family, living a life that was the complete opposite of everything his father and brothers stood for.
His life just spiraled. I mean, you name it, he did it. He got involved in all sorts of illicit stuff, blew all his father's hard-earned money on gambling and drinking. He was always hanging out with the worst kind of people. And he had zero respect for anyone, not the elders, not the saints, not even his own family. He was on a one-way track to disaster.
And, well, it got to a point where his father just couldn't take it anymore. He disowned him, threw him out of the house. And just like that, he was rejected by everyone. His friends, yeah, they vanished the second the money ran out. He truly hit rock bottom. He was totally alone, starving, and his life got even darker. He had to resort to stealing, even violence, just to get by.
But just when it seems like there's absolutely no hope left, that's when grace can step in. In his absolute lowest, most desperate moment, something completely unexpected happens, something that is about to change his entire life. So there he is, just wandering aimlessly through the forest, totally lost. And, by pure chance, or maybe it wasn't chance at all, he comes across the ashram of the great sage Kaundinya Muni. Now the sage had just finished his bath in the holy Ganga, and as he's walking by, a few drops of that sacred water flick off and land on Dhrishtabuddhi. Just a few drops. A tiny, seemingly random event, right? But it was going to have massive consequences. And in that instant, something inside him just shifted. It's like those few drops of holy water started to wash away all the ignorance that had clouded his mind. For the very first time, he actually felt remorse for what he'd done. He runs to the sage, falls at his feet, and just pours his heart out. He begs him, "Please, guide me. I've done so many terrible things. Tell me there's a way out, an easy way to be free from all this." And this is the moment. This is where the sage reveals the answer. And it's not just for Dhrishtabuddhi. It's the answer Lord Rama was waiting for, the answer King Yudhishthira was seeking. And really, it's the answer for all of us listening right now. He reveals the incredible power of Mohini Ekadashi. The sage tells him, "Listen, there is a sacred day. It's called Mohini Ekadashi.
He says it has the power to destroy a mountain of sins. Sins as vast as Mount Sumeru. It can free you from all your suffering. He looks at Dhrishtabuddhi and says, if you just observe this one fast with real sincerity, you can be completely free from the consequences of everything you've ever done. So what happens? Well, the result is nothing short of a miracle. Dhrishtabuddhi, who is now filled with this newfound hope, does the fast. He follows every instruction perfectly, and the transformation is total. This man, who was literally drowning in sin, becomes completely pure. His slate is wiped totally clean. He even gets a new divine spiritual body.
And this is the final, amazing part of his journey. He doesn't just become a good person on earth. No, he achieves the ultimate destination. He actually ascends to the spiritual abode of Lord Vishnu, riding on Garuda. His journey is complete, from the absolute depths of darkness to the highest spiritual light. What a turnaround.
So, after sage Vasistha finishes telling this incredible parable to Lord Rama, the whole narrative kind of zooms back out. It comes full circle, right back to Lord Krishna and King Yudhishthira. And of course, that ancient lesson comes right back to us, here and now.
And Lord Krishna wraps it all up with this incredibly powerful statement for Yudhishthira. He says, look, there is no pilgrimage you can go on, no amount of charity you can give, no big sacrifice you can perform that will give you even a fraction of the spiritual benefit you get from observing this one day, Mohini Ekadashi. It's just on another level.
And then, the scriptures give us one last, very simple, very clear instruction. After hearing this, after understanding just how powerful it is, we're asked to do one thing: share it. Specifically, share this knowledge with at least 5 other people.
And really, that's the thought I want to leave you with today. Think about it. A few random drops of water completely changed Dhrishtabuddhi's entire destiny. So who's to say that you sharing this story couldn't be that little drop of water for someone else? You just never know, whose life might completely change, just because they heard this once. Jai Shri Hari.